Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Hurrical. Yep, I changed it to Hurrical. I talked about this in my last video I posted. It wasn't the best video I ever put out there, but it was something that I just tested on. It was one of my first videos when coming back, and I'm glad that I'm starting to do this more often. I had this Elgato for about a year now. Yeah, about a year. And I never seemed to actually get into doing YouTube videos, but now I'm starting to get into it. And in my last video, I actually talked about changing my name and about all the clan videos. I don't really recommend you watching it because the video was kind of messed up. I might actually take it down and do another video later on talking about what happened, why I wasn't posting a lot. But what I'm starting to do is I talked to her over last night with a friend, and I talked about how that I should just start making a schedule and produce videos in the weekend, make them and edit them. I think that's a good idea. I might start getting into it, but if I don't, well, I'll try to do my best of trying to produce as much as content. Maybe it'll be 2 videos a day, maybe it'll be a video on Friday and then Saturday, maybe it'll just be 1 video a weekend. But right now it's kind of hard doing that, knowing that I don't have a good editing software, even though it doesn't have to do a lot with the video since I'm just starting up. I don't have to make it perfect, but I like to make it as good as possible, as best as possible for the enjoyment of watching the video. And so I don't want to keep y'all with something really low quality, something not produced as well. The editing software I actually use is called Movie Maker. It's pretty common editing software. It's one of those things that it's not the best, it's not the most professional, but it's something to start off with. When I render out the videos, it usually renders out to 1080p, so that's one of the qualities of this. I can record with 720p, and then as time goes by, when editing the software and when I'm done and everything, I can go into 1080p and render it out like that. It doesn't seem to take that long considering the type of computer I have. I actually might not leave the specs down there considering I might do a gaming setup later on throughout producing videos. So I'll just leave it at that I have a pretty nice computer. I don't know how it'll be 5 years from now, but it's pretty future-proof. But yeah, last night I started talking with my friend, and me and him are starting to do YouTube more often. He's definitely more on the upload schedule. He actually has 120 subscribers, which is just insane. He's been working so hard trying to hit. He's actually a sniper. He's not a try hard or trying to be a competitive player like me. He plays competitive often, like not often, but he'll play competitive once in a while. If I need somebody to play with, he'll play with me. Oh wow, nah dude, nah, you gotta be kidding me. But anyways, he plays competitive with me sometimes, not all the time. If he doesn't feel like it, he'll play on 360, which I really don't get why he does it. It doesn't make sense to me why you would play on 360. I think I understand a little bit on how there's a lot of tryhards and a lot of people that red gun in this game, in this console, than the older consoles. But yeah, me and him were talking about it last night of how what should I do for my channel since I'm starting to go back up, starting to produce more videos. I need more ideas on what should I do. One of my thoughts were to do school stories, considering I'm still in school. I'm actually a freshman in high school. I should start doing school stories, just random ass stories that just happen throughout being in school, and if they're not funny, I won't do them anymore. I'll just have to get feedback from the viewers, and if they are, I think I'll start doing them more often, considering that there's something entertaining and something I can do with them for my channel. Damn man, this game is getting really tied up. The last 2 games in my other video, like I said, don't recommend watching. If y'all want to, y'all can barely hear me. It doesn't really matter about the video. I'll make another one later, something better quality, since I know what I'm dealing with on how to edit better than what I just did in the last video. I lost both of the games. I think one was like 28 and I came in like second, and the other one I think it was like 27 or 28 probably. But I need to start getting on the grind of trying to learn how to play and talk at the same time. It's kind of hard. You would think that you could do this so often, but it's actually not that good. Ooh. See? When I don't talk, I do much better. Oh man, I can do this. I'm almost there. Ah, yes. As you can actually see in my, as my gamer tag, it's still Terminus KL. I thought of this name a long time ago. I think, I'll actually just talk about it right now. I made this name because of the show, Walking Dead. I love the show, great show. I highly recommend it if you haven't watched it. Just start watching it. It's on Netflix. But, they travel to an area called Terminus, and I thought of the name, I thought of how it was, and I decided to make it my gamer tag. And as I chose it, Terminus was taken, so I had to think of KL. KL are my initials because my name is Kamran Lakhani. Weird name, yeah, I know. I'll get into it later in another video. Yeah, I'm deciding to change my name into Hurrical. The basis, there's no actually like basis of the name. It was actually just brainstorming one night at, not late, I think it was like around 10 o'clock. Me and my friend were on Skype, and yeah, the name Mason NF, of course, I've already talked about it in this video. There goes. But yeah, it was a brainstorm. Me and him were just thinking of a name that I should do because he's trying to help me out with the channel. I keep asking him advice to see what I should do and what I should not do. And we had to think of a name because I talked about how I want a name to represent myself and not just have Terminus KL. Even though Terminus KL, it flows kind of. When I usually play competitive UMG, when I just play some game battles, a lot of people don't say the KL, they just say Terminus, which I was aiming for in the first place. And not gonna lie, it's a really cool name. If I ever actually get into a clan, like Team Caliber, or not, I'm not gonna say I'll ever get in here, but Optic, or if I ever start up a clan and I actually start playing MLG, or maybe even if I get back into sniping. And I'll talk about that in another video, of how I used to snipe a lot. But, I may change it back to Terminus. It flows really nicely, but some people, I wouldn't think that it'll actually be like, when they're calling my name, it's not going to be something that I would like to hear. Just like how Face Sensor, or a lot of people call him Doug Sensor Martin. The name flows, the name is how it is. And he talked about it in a video. I'll probably link it down in the description if I can find it. How he has been called Doug Sensor Martin and not Face Sensor. I want something like that. My name really doesn't flow like that since it's Kamran Lakhani. Someone can't call me Kamran Terminus Lakhani. It doesn't sound right. But Hurrical came out to be a name that I think my friend actually told me. He told me to change it. I told him about it. I checked the availability on Xbox, and it was available, and I was like, Hurrical. I kept saying it over and over again, Hurrical. And at that point, I'm just convinced that this should be my name, and how I should use this as my name forever. And I was lenient toward if I should actually change it. I've had Terminus for a good while now. I've had it for about maybe 3, 4, 5 months. It doesn't seem like a long time, but considering this account is only 2 years and my first name was Reflect Future, it seems a long time for me. But yeah, Hurrical was a name that my friend actually chose for me, and I was really lenient toward changing the name. But then he said something that really caught my attention. He could be like, yeah, Hercules. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, Hurrical sounds like Hercules. And I thought about how Doug Sensor Martin, or Face Sensor, he's so, like, he's masculine, he's buff, he's just ripped. I'm not surprised people call him a Hercules. And then I hear people calling Optic Crim6, I'll link his Twitter and everything down in the description, of how they call him Crimbot, like a robot, because he plays so well. And if I ever actually give Hurrical a name, it could be something like that, like Hercules, like people start calling me Hercules. What happened if that actually happened? If something like Hurrical, a name that had come up when I was 15 years old, to be something of Hercules. It's just all was a thought. It's not something I'm expecting that it's gonna happen overnight. But I really like the name. Hopefully one day I can go buy a $10 gift card for Xbox, or maybe if, I'm not gonna lie, my dad usually pays for a lot of stuff. I have my own credit card, but he wouldn't let me use it. If he'll let me use it and change it to Hurrical before it's taken, because the name really sticks. It's really close to Hurrical. I'll also link everything towards Hurrical in the description. He is a really good MLG player. He used to be a substitute for FaZe, and now he is in Aware Gaming. He used to be in Stunner as well. But it sounds really close to Hurrical, in which I'm thinking that if I ever start playing, people will keep calling me like Hurrical Lover or Hurrical Imposter, or any of this kind of stuff. But I don't really pay attention to that kind of stuff. If people really put me down, it's not something that I really look at. But yeah, guys, this seemed to be a really good video. I caught a lot of stuff and what I'm going to start talking about in other videos and what y'all really want me to do. Leave a like and comment down below if y'all still want those school stories to be produced. And yeah, see you later.